Hi friends, it's Kristen, or Krusty if you prefer. For today's video, I'm going to try out a bunch of new makeup, do a get ready with me, and we're going to do a life update. I'm going to scoot up a little bit here. So I do have foundation and primer on, and I did my eyebrows. Didn't really, I have other eyebrow stuff, but I didn't really want to open it up because eyebrows are kind of boring to me as far as doing them. Kind of don't mix it up too much. So, but I do have a concealer that I wanted to try. It's from LYS. I got it in Ipsy in November, December. I don't remember. Can't remember. So we're gonna give that a try. So we're just gonna kind of jump into it. So I do have a lot of new subscribers over the last couple months. So for a little, gosh, there is not, look at how much I'm squeezing. Nothing's coming out. Not gonna use that much though. About four, so it was the end of middle of August. I did a little life update, get ready with me, and I had basically quit my job full-time, part-time. I went to a PRN position for several reasons. One, I was working a night shift, which honestly I don't mind. If I could work a night shift, if my body cooperated and I could get it to be okay, I would do 12-hour night shifts 3 days a week until I retired. I'm introverted and there's just less going on at night. Not always. Sometimes crazy stuff happens. I work in healthcare. For those who don't know, I've been a nurse for almost 19 years. I worked at an inpatient hospice facility and did that, yeah. So that was the work I was doing. And yeah, I did love the organization. It really had nothing to do with them. I have found out in my time off that a lot of the things that were unsettling to me had more to do with just the healthcare system in general in the United States, and the things that I didn't like about my job had to do with the 12-hour shifts and working overnight, and that was where my body didn't like it. I do have a chronic illness, so that made it rough. The concealer's okay. I don't feel like it's doing a whole lot. But I needed a break. So I went PRN, which isn't as ad needed if you don't know. And so what I did is I gave my notice, and obviously I did the 2 weeks full time from the end of the notice, and then I kind of compromised, and this is a compromise that I came up with because I am a recovering people pleaser. So I said for the end of the schedule, which was 2 weeks after my 2-week notice, I'd work part-time, so half-time. And that way it pleased the people pleaser in me, but also I set boundaries and said, this is it. This is what I want to do. Had a really long talk with my manager just about why and everything. And, she kind of offered some things to see if we could make it work. And I said, I just need a break in general when it comes down to it. So that's what we did. So as far as PRN, I still worked a decent amount. I didn't have another job lined up. I was just gonna do with my sponge. Basically, my husband made enough where we had the bills covered for the most part, but we have savings, and so just kind of lived off that. And I did work some, so I would work 1 to 2 shifts every 1 to 2 weeks. There was some weeks where I didn't work at all. I didn't work the last 2 weeks except for I went in for like less than an hour to work on some scheduling stuff for my manager. She was out on vacation, so she asked me if I could just do some stuff with the schedule, which wasn't a big deal. All right, so I mean, the concealer is okay. It's pretty light coverage. It's like, you know, doing the job, but it's not gonna get like it's not winning like Employee of the Month. Next up from Milk Makeup, I have this bronzer. I kind of destroyed the top, but it has not been used yet. What should we use for the bronzer? And then I got insurance through work, so I had to go to the marketplace to get insurance after I was no longer covered. And if anybody has marketplace insurance, I'm so sorry. It's rough. So anyway, I did 12-hour shifts, but I did day shifts, and I was really worried about just like being overstimulated and just like too many people and too much going on, because I do get overstimulated easy, and then I can get grumpy, not gonna lie. But it really wasn't that bad, honestly, so that was kind of surprising. But it was still the 12 hours. It was tough, and especially if I tried to do 2 in a row. Just had a hard time dealing with that, and then doing all the things I have to do to keep myself healthy. And so I did that. I did a little bit in outpatient. They had a nurse that's on maternity leave, and so Michael, their supervisor, was like, "Hey, do you want to do some outpatient?" I said, "Sure." So I did some of that. Like my manager asked me to like help with the scheduling, do like chart audit stuff like that as well, just kind of like boring paperwork stuff. That was boring, but also not stressful. So that was, you know, it was a good break. And then I was kind of like looking around. I'm like, you know, I can't live off savings forever and just all that. So I'm like looking on like Indeed and stuff for a full-time job, or at least like another part-time job. And just every time I thought about applying to anywhere else, I was like, but I like where I work. There's just some aspects that, you know, hours and scheduling wise, that just aren't working for me. But I like my company. I like what I do. And I don't live in a huge community, so it's like the opportunities to work in the same field were not a lot. So I'm just like thinking, I'm talking to my managers, and they, you know, we worked it out where I am going to go back to work full time starting, well, tomorrow when I'm filming, but today when you guys will be seeing this. I'm nervous but excited, and there's several reasons as far as why. For one, I wasn't working full time, but I was definitely, for the most part, except for really these last 2 weeks, was working mostly on at least a part-time basis. But you don't get any benefits with part-time. You can earn PTO, but you don't have access to benefits. I'm gonna powder up a little bit with my Lunar Beauty. It's not new, but and my husband, you can get health insurance through his job, but it's not good. It's very expensive. It's even more expensive than Marketplace and worse. So that wasn't gonna work. And the health insurance, so for about an extra $100 a month, I can get both me and my husband insured, as opposed to what I was paying for Marketplace just for me. And their insurance is good. Like, they have caps, and like the deductible isn't crazy. It's like $1,000 for each of us, and then there's a cap for out of pocket for the year. And as somebody with chronic illness, I always made that, so it was a good investment for me, as far as insurance wise. And you know, I could have gone on longer with working part-time and marketplace insurance and living off my savings, but it was really expensive with marketplace. Not only was I paying, like, it just raised from like $600 to $660 for this following year. Not only was I paying that, but the deductible was really high, whereas my other insurance through my job, it has a deductible, but it still has medication benefits before you reach the deductible, and the marketplace insurance did not. And for just 2 of my medications, I was paying, one was $400 a month, another is like $765. Stupid. It's stupid expensive to have a chronic illness. I 0 out of 0 to 10 recommend. So, you know, it just seemed like, yeah, I was working part-time, but all that money was going to like my medication and stuff. Whereas I can work full-time and actually get good benefits from insurance and like use my money for other things like makeup or vacations and stuff like that, and not just go into my savings. The thing too is, yeah, I don't like to get too political or anything. I have mentioned a few times with this election, you know, a couple things, but I am concerned about changes in healthcare as far as the government regulations and everything, how that's going. So I would like to get into my job, lock in on insurance, because, you know, with the Affordable Care Act and some of the things that provided as far as like covering pre-existing conditions, whether or not that can continue, I don't know. I'm just trying to think about the future and everything. So I was concerned about that. And I found I was like really stressing about not having stability. Whereas, yes, work is stressful, but if I'm still stressing, at least I can have like this fallback and this more financial security and the benefits. Really, honestly, if I could get benefits at part-time, I probably would have done that. But saying that, my hours, well, I'm not going to work a full 40 hours. I'm going to do 8-hour shifts, 4 days a week. I do have to do a call shift once a week, but usually you're not called out a whole lot unless somebody passes or there's an injury or something. So that shouldn't be too bad. So I'm going to work scheduled 32 hours a week. That 30 hours a week or 60 hours of pay period is considered full-time. Wow, that I didn't even show you what I'm using for a blush. That is pigmented. This is from Palace Identity. We got it in an Ice Cream Beauty box several months ago. I just haven't used it yet because I have so much makeup to use. So yeah, that's what I'm using. This is why I have a hard time with get readies with me, because I get into what I'm talking about and then I forget to talk about the makeup. So yeah, 60 hours of pay period every 2 weeks is considered full-time. So this way, like, I have time to do the things I need to do to take care of myself and my health, and still getting the full-time hours, you know, do home stuff. So and I guess I didn't realize that they were hiring for a position in outpatient, so I didn't really think that was a possibility. And I will say, I was kind of surprised, like, when I gave my notice and, you know, just kind of explained what I was doing. So not only did my direct manager talk to me about what we could do for me to stay, I got a call from the outpatient manager and their manager, the director of clinical services is her title. Like, what can we do to make you stay? Like, and we talked about options, and this was like right after I put in my first notice. And I told him, you know, I'm open to coming back. I'm not mad at this company. It really doesn't have a lot to do with the company. It's a lot to do with just working healthcare and the hours and what I need to do for myself. And so I was interested in some of the things they were saying. I was like, I still need a break. I've worked healthcare since basically I was 16. I've been taking care of people since my sister was born when I was 4. So I'm like, I need to take a break. And they were really understanding and really nice about it. They congratulated me on seeing that like I needed that and I needed that time, and noticing that and doing that for myself. And that felt really nice. But it also felt really nice that they really wanted to keep me. They didn't want me to go. And not that I thought they'd be like, you know, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out, but that they were really actively trying to keep me really made me feel good. So that's another reason why I just didn't really want to go with another company or go work somewhere else. I'm not a big change person. I like my comfort zone. This is the Peanuts and Profusion Snoopy highlighter from the Christmas collection. I got it half price at Walgreens after Christmas. It came in this adorable pouch that I have no idea what to do with, but it's super cute, and I'll probably just keep it for decoration. So like that made me just feel really good. And like I said, not a big person with change. The thing is, it's kind of weird because I do generally adapt really well. I just don't care for change. I like to know I'm doing a good job. Like to know that I know what I'm doing. So going into a different job, doing a different thing, I don't love to do. As a nurse, I've worked 2 places. I worked at the local hospital and I worked at my current job in almost 19 years. So I'm not somebody who likes to go jump around. So yeah, it was really nice that they really wanted me to stay and were really trying to work with me to stay. So I really appreciate that. So I'm really excited about this palette. I haven't bought a new launch palette in quite a while just because I was just trying to be more mindful and stuff like that. This is the Realm of Fairies from Bella Beauté Bar. I've had this for a little bit. I just wanted to do it in a video and hadn't had a chance yet. So at first I opened this and I am like, why is it all mattes? Why is there so many white mattes? So these little white things are covering the shimmer shades. But I was like, this is not what I ordered. So I had a moment of like, WTF. Oh, I was gonna look how much this was, but I forgot. I will try to remember to put it in the description box. These little white things are like covers. I'm trying to, yeah. So it was covering this shimmer down here. I was having a moment of like, what the heck is this? Yeah, I meant to look up how much it cost. I want to say it was like 70 some dollars. It was pretty spendy. I might have been able to use like an affiliate code, but they weren't doing a sale on this one because it is their newest launch. I have one other from Bella Beauté Bar, I believe, and I really liked it. I really like these tones. Just really spoke to me. Very wintry, purples, blues, icy colors. It really spoke to me. And so I kind of was just like a Christmas present to myself, I guess. I think I ordered it before Christmas. I've had it for like 2 weeks, I think. So go into that. It's a little dense. I don't know if I want to do that one. Okay, I'll put that fluffy one. I think I'm going to do a blue kind of match my shirt. Blue purplish maybe. So I'm going to go in with that top light blue. It's Silver Mist. So pretty. So yes, I am starting full-time as of today when you guys will be seeing this. You know, it'll be nice to have those shorter hours and just really to have like more of a set schedule. Yes, with healthcare, things pop up all the time. There's a lot of unpredictability. Because, you know, things happen. Just, you know, doesn't always go how in a streamed line. I'm going to go in with Weeping Willow down here, this blue, in my outer quarter. But as far as hours go, the hours will be pretty consistent. I will have to do on-call like I said, but just usually once a week, you know, depending on like vacations and stuff, it might be like a little bit more, but that usually isn't too bad. You know, you always have your crazy things happen, crazy moments. So I'm really optimistic about this working out well. You know, I know how to take care of these patients. Some of the processes might be a little different than what I'm used to in the inpatient setting, but you know, I'll learn that. But when it comes down to it, I'm very confident that I can provide care for a hospice patient. And really that's what it comes down to. If I, you know, mess up a protocol or whatever, I'll learn from it and do better next time. So there's not a lot of like nervousness. I know everybody that works there, you know, not like super well because I worked night shift for so long, but I still know them, kind of know their personalities. So it's not like I'm meeting a whole new group of people, which if you're an introvert can be scary. I'm gonna go with that same brush, and I'm gonna go into Fatal Wishes, which is this dark down here for just like the outer part and my lower lash line. This might be too big. I'm gonna not do that. I'm gonna go with this more denser, smaller brush. So I think it'll be good. You know, I will have to drive around, but we don't have like a huge community. Like you know, I won't have to be driving for hours or hours one way. Although we do have one patient who is quite a ways away, but for the most part, they're in town or just like right out of town. So it's not like I'll have to be on the highway for 2 hours or anything like that. Wow, I really like how that went on. It was like very dainty, very perfect. And then the two I put on my lid were they worked together very well. I am going to go back in with Weeping Willow on this side. I was kind of stingy. I think I kind of blended away a little bit of it. I always have problems with this eye when I'm doing eyeshadow. It doesn't like to cooperate with me. So yeah, I'm really optimistic. I'm really happy that I took the time off, and something I don't think I really mentioned when I did the get ready with me when I was talking about taking time off and, you know, semi-quitting my job is that I realize that I am very lucky to have that ability, to have that financial security where I can do something like that. And there are a lot of people that do struggle financially but also with their mental health and trying to do life and everything, and don't have that ability to just be like, yeah, I'm gonna take some time off to work on myself. So I just want to say that I do appreciate that. I'm very, very lucky to have the ability to do that. My husband was very supportive with all my decisions, going back, taking the time off, going back. I do want to add some purple, so I think I'm gonna go in with Foxglove down here. It was looking blue on camera, but it looks purple to me. I could have taken more time off if I wanted to for him, like, although he puts a lot of like confidence in the financial doings into me, and that I know what's best, and that what we can manage and what we can't manage, blah, blah, blah. So he knows that I know what I'm doing. But yeah, he was really, when I said I want to take this time off, this is what I want to do, he's like, okay. There was no pushback, no questioning, just like, that's what you want to do, you go for it. So, and he was never, if I was still not having a good day and I was like, yeah, I didn't figure out anything for dinner, he didn't get upset. He was just like, all right, I'm a grown man, I can feed myself if I need to. I'm gonna go with this one here, but I have no idea what it says. Fragaria? So this is the realm of fairies. I don't even know if I said that. It's a Bella Beauté bar with Sassy Fairy. I think I followed Sassy Fairy before this on Instagram, but and I'm like, I can't picture her or anything off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure I've already followed her. I don't follow like a ton of makeup people. I'm afraid I'm just going to be influenced to buy everything, or I'm just going to become like disillusioned with the whole thing and it's not going to be fun anymore. So I don't follow a ton of people. Kind of a choice few. Oh, that is so pretty. That's what we're looking at. Anyway. So yeah, that's really the big life update. I'm gonna go back to the working world, and I'm happy about it. Not really nervous, a little bit of nervous because it's still change, even though it's not like the biggest change. It's still change, so it still makes me go, yikes. Okay, mascara. So I already have several mascaras open, but I still want to try a new one, because I have a bunch of new ones that I haven't tried before. So I picked a small one, and it's this Peanuts with the Perfusion. This is from the Advent Calendar Lash Out Loud Volumizing Mascara. Got the Snoopy up there. It's so cute. I'll probably keep the tube. I have like several things from the Advent Calendar that like I just kept to just keep because it's cute. But this is the wand. It is so tiny. Look at that. Like, so I'm a little nervous, but I'm just doing makeup for fun today. I'm not going anywhere, so it's not a big deal. If this sucks. This looks like eyebrow mascara. And I like, or, gel. And I double checked, but it says mascara, so. Last time I tried a mascara with a really small wand, not this small, like it's still like twice the size, I was surprisingly happy with it. Even though it just took a little more work, a few more coats, it actually worked pretty well. So I have some hopes, but I'm still a little like, ugh. I've not tried a Perfusion mascara before. If you don't know, Perfusion's a very inexpensive brand. You can find them at Walmart. Sometimes when they have like special collections, I see them at my Walgreens, but I don't know if they have like their regular line or stuff at Walgreens. You can obviously, they have their own website, and then you can find some of their stuff on Amazon as well. Not necessarily everything. Okay, but not bad. A little clumpy, but I did just open it. I have noticed that sometimes when I open new mascaras, they tend to be a little bit clumpy to start with for me. But if I let them air out a little bit, they do better. So I've got some hopes for this one that, after some air gets in, it dries out a little bit. And a lot of times what I'll do if I'm like, oh, I want to open a new mascara, or this one's almost out, I better open a new one, or, you know, get ready for a new one. I'll open up like a week before to kind of get some of that air in. Next up from MCO Beauty, we have this Charlotte Tilbury lip liner dupe. Probably an unpopular opinion, the regular Charlotte Tilbury lip liner, I don't really like. Actually, that was pretty good. Like, it's creamy, but it's not like so creamy that I feel like it's gonna smear everywhere. And then I'm gonna do this lip oil from Cab Cosmetics. Big old doe foot right there. So very like neutral lip. It's got a little bit of shine glitter to it. So yeah, not like a whole lot of color. Another little dip. It's kind of thick. I feel like this is more of a lip gloss than a lip oil. I feel like oils should be a little bit thinner, and this one's kind of thick, and it just it's not as shiny as I think an oil would be. I'm gonna pat a little extra off because that was kind of a lot. So here's my look. Here's my life update. I hope it was interesting, and if you can tell me how many times I said you'll get bragging rights. I'm not the best conversationalist, obviously, but I do consider you guys my friends, so hopefully you powered through it with me, and hopefully you enjoyed my video. Please wish me luck on going back to work, and that nothing goes too crazy, and that I can stay with this company until I retire like I originally planned, but like I said, my body had other ideas, but hopefully this will work out for them and for me, and we can have a great relationship for the next 25 years. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below, send your friends. We have fun here, and hopefully I'll see you soon.